Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is a new series called 30 for 30, where I do 30 rapid-fire critiques in 30 days, 15 Adorama picks, and 15 Squarespace rapid-fire critiques. If you want to see all of the rapid-fire critiques in one place, go ahead, click up on the screen right now. We'll take you over to the website to do that, but let's get into a critique. Okay, here we go with another Squarespace rapid-fire critique, and this time we have jntphotography.com, and this is built off of a Squarespace site, but I'm not really sure that I like the template that they chose. It seems to be blah when Squarespace actually offers a ton of templates that are much better than this. I'm going to get through all of that, but before I do that, if you haven't checked out Squarespace, please go to squarespace.com/fro to get a 14-day free trial, and if you decide that you like it, please use code FRO at checkout to get 10% off your first year. It's well worth it, but let's get into this. So let's click here. First off, are those two elephants? Are those elephants making a heart? It's hard to read this logo, first off and foremost. I'm not a big fan of this logo. I think that you could go to 99 Designs or something along those lines and get a nice logo for the site. Now, this may be a harsher critique based off of what I see so far. I'm a big fan of the Squarespace platform. I just don't think that this is utilizing Squarespace to its full potential. So here we have, I'm going to start where it starts spinning around. On the front page, Squarespace offers you a cover page option that is just extremely professional looking, and this doesn't grab me. Well, that definitely doesn't grab me either. I'm not a big maternity photo person, but that's just me. What? All right. Did you see that? Do you see that? Do you see this? You see what I'm talking about? No, you don't see what I'm talking about because I haven't said it yet. But look at this. Look. This is your website. Your website should not have a watermark on any photos. What are you worried about? Now, I'm not yelling at the people on the screen here. I'm yelling at the people at home. Don't put watermarks on your photos on your own website. In fact, I don't even put watermarks on photos anywhere anymore because I don't want to detract from the image. And basically, what are you saying here? That, the photos need watermarks. They don't need watermarks. And then here's another thing that I noticed. Oh, function disabled when you right click. But guess what? I still get a save as, and I can still save the file right here as a JPEG. So in essence, turn off that right click function that says you can't do that because I just did it. So you don't need that. All right, down to the bottom of the page. I got to stay positive here. JNT Humes Photography LLC services the following cities, and it lists a ton of cities. I'm not sure that's necessary. Why does it matter? Let people contact you. Say where you're local to and say you cover a large range of area covering multiple states. And make the decision when people contact you. So here's something I do like. I like that there's social buttons. Galleries. A genuine smile is something always to treasure. All right, so galleries, fine with galleries. They look okay. Though I do like to say that Squarespace has some better options for doing galleries because this is just scrolling through. I don't mind scrolling through, but I also do like when I can click on an image and it gets full screen on Squarespace because Squarespace can, you see how it changes? It's a responsive design. So I like how you can make the images larger or smaller, but in this case, I can't. A must read, what is this on our process? Okay, here's one thing I've talked about before, is that I'm blind, so I generally have to make the page larger. But what doesn't help is when you have a background that looks like this, with this off-white color, and then a light, then a grayish, or is that even green font that is hard to read. So this is a hard to read font. It makes me strain. And then all of this text, you think, this is a photo website. I don't want to read all this text, but I'm going to make it larger so I can read it. We would like to make sure you read about our process so you know what to expect and how we will work together to create your session and make sure it's full of fun. Okay, step one, read and agree to our studio process. You've lost me already because I don't want to read and agree to your studio process. I want to hire you to take photos and you get great photos. All right, I'm going to keep going. Complete our questionnaire. I don't want, why? what is this? Complete pre-session consultation. This is too much information. This is way too much information to focus on your website that's going to scare people away. If people like your work, they're going to call you or contact you to hire you to shoot. At that point, you can say, let me explain to you the process of how we work. It means a lot more when you say it rather than throwing it on the website here, which I find to be very put-offing, which isn't a word, but this puts me off because I'm like, well, I don't want to read all this right now, and it just sounds like this is legal documents, and I don't want to deal with this. So it's scaring me away from wanting to even hire you. And look at all the text. Portfolio, portrait sessions. Once you have decided how many photos you want to choose from, you pay that amount at your session, and of course it is less your non-refundable retainer of $50. This is time to relax, have fun, and prepare to laugh. We'll get fabulous portraits. This is too much stuff. Way too much stuff to have on a page. I don't want to read a must read. No, this is not a must read. This is something that you're trying to get across to people to say that you need to do this or we're not going to work with you. And that's just scaring people away. Session tips. More text. We need less text. This is too much. Pricing. Our clients will never pay a session fee. We want to take your portraits in studio, outdoors, both, no longer a session fee. So what's the $50 non-refundable thing? Our sessions are designed to fit just above everyone's budget. Oh, just about. It shouldn't say above. Everyone's budget. Our minimum print charge, less the $50 non-refundable retainer that is required on the day of your session, is as follows. So in essence, there is a fee, because it's $50 non-refundable. So that's confusing. And again, I don't want to read all this stuff. Too much stuff. Contact. I like the contact page because you can contact them. Behind the lens. About us. All right, about us. Hi, and welcome to our website. Our main photographer, Tiffany, started as a model doing commercials and the like. Doing commercials and the like. Well, what is and the like? That I don't understand what and the like is. Maybe it's a different figure of speech that I'm not used to. She was a child when she was a child. Then a little over 30 years ago, started having a blast taking pictures of friends, family, and anyone else. It was blah 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 blah. Joe's the strength of the two of us. Wait a second. So I'm a big fan of first-person writing. This starts off as third-person writing, and then switches, I guess, with us into first person, but then switches back the other way around. And saying Joe is the strength, does Joe is the strength mean that Joe is like the bodyguard? And I know that it goes on to say that he does more and more. All right, I like the personal stuff, but write it more personal. Write it to the point. Hi, I'm Tiffany. Unless I'm wrong and she's not the person that's the owner of the company. No, I think it is. Or am I wrong? I didn't take it. The best friend whom I drew. Oh. Okay. I just, first person writing is what I have to say. I'm a big fan of saying, hi, we are so-and-so photography. My name is Tiffany, and I've been shooting since I was 30. I used to be in front of the camera. Now I'm behind the camera because I absolutely love capturing great photos. My husband also is a photographer, and you may find him on the shoots holding setting up, making sure that the lighting is right, making sure that the hairs are in place. Find positives that he does, not just he's the strength. Because the strength to me means like bodyguard. All right, there's more. Client galleries. All right, so client galleries are fine. That launches in something new. But again, I can't read this because, and I can't click it either, because it blends into the background too much. And the one thing I didn't do here was the blog. I didn't look at the blog. Words, thoughts, photos, and things from JNT. August 13th. What day is it? It's August 23rd. So let's see, before that, August 12th, August 7th. Well, one thing I always say is that if you're going to have a blog, you got to make sure you keep it up to date, and they're doing a very good job of keeping that up to date. The only thing that I would say about, oh God, stop it! You got to stop this watermark stuff. Oh my God, you got to stop the watermark really hard, really hard. But the one thing that I want to say about the blog part is that post photos. You're a photographer, you're a photo website. Post photos in the blogs, not just text. This site is way too text heavy. It can be much better. You have photos that work. I took a look through them, but one, get rid of the watermark. Two, get rid of the off-white background and make it white, and then make your text nice and dark or black so that it's easier to read against the background. I'm straining to do this. Change your bio and make it more to the point, first person. Speak to your clients. What else do we have here? We've got the must-read process is over the top. That's just, it's too much stuff that if I'm reading your website and I want to hire you because I like your work. But then as I dig through the site more and I start being like, oh man, this is going to be a pain in the ass to work with. I've got all these rules and regulations, and it says no session fee, yet I have a $50 non-refundable something that I have to give you the day of. It's kind of confusing. Also, on the watermark thing, no watermarks. Get rid of the watermarks. And when I right-click, you know, you do right-click so people can't steal your images, and you also do watermarks so they can't steal your images, yet I right-click, and then I can just save as anyway. Don't turn that function off. And I know I sounded really harsh on this one, but I think it needed it. I think that the work is good, but the site may be costing them jobs because of the way that it's worded and laid out, and it just could be better. I would like to see a complete overhaul of the go to a Squarespace 7 template. They are so much better. It won't take you long to reset it up, but get rid of a lot of this text. It's okay after somebody books with you to say, well, why, why would you have them go through this list of all the different things that you do so they can find which one they want to pick? Send them to a page that's private after the fact, like, hey, do you mind filling out our questionnaire? We like to know what you're looking for when we go do the shoot so that we don't miss it. That's something that I would like to see on the site. That, I guess, is where I'll leave it. If you haven't checked out a Squarespace website or you're looking to build your own portfolio, go to squarespace.com/fro to get a 14-day free trial of Squarespace. I personally use it for jaredpoland.com, and when I first set it up, it took me 30 minutes to get it started. And that's to get it started and online with 5 or 6 galleries looking like a professional site right off the bat. And I've made changes since to make it even better. So if you go ahead and take that 14-day free trial and you find that you do like it, go ahead and use the code FRO at checkout to get 10% off your first month or first year. It's well worth it. Thank you guys for watching. Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya. To check out all the videos from this 30 for 30 series, go ahead and click up on the screen right now. It's going to take you over to the post over on FroKnowsPhoto.com where you can see all 30 posts once they are live.